Member Peace River South.
Well, thank you, Honourable Speaker. 6 weeks ago, this government ordered a rush review on the Site C project. Today's preliminary report that was released actually reinforces the sham of the review that was taking place. We're in the midst of the single largest infrastructure project in this province's history. It's going to bring energy self-sufficiency, it's going to help BC grow, and it's going to help families and for generations to come. We also have heard that cancelling this project is going to cost an additional $3.2 billion. Now, the BCUC has been very clear that they're not going to be making any recommendations through this review. In fact, the political decision is going to be made solely by the Minister of Energy and Mines, by this Premier, and by this government on the future of Site C. So, Mr. Speaker, through you, surely in light of the report that is out now, will the Minister stand up, tell this House, tell British Columbians, but most importantly, tell the 2,600 people that are working right now at Site C that their jobs are secure?
Ministry, Energy, Mines and Petroleum Resources.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker, and thank you to the member for the question. And I'm very honoured to be able to stand in this House and respond to the question as the new Minister of Energy and Mines and Petroleum Resources. What is clear when it comes to Site C is that British Columbians have a lot of questions and they deserve answers. And they deserve answers from an expert panel reviewing this independently, Honourable Speaker. That should have been done years ago when it was the BC Liberals in charge. The BC Liberals chose not to do that. They clearly have contempt for the independence of the BC Utilities Commission, Honourable Speaker, and they chose to not put Site C through the BC Utilities Commission. Honourable Speaker, that was wrong. That was the wrong choice. This government knows that it was the wrong choice, and that's why we've asked BC Utilities Commission to get the answers to the questions that British Columbians have.
Member Peace River South on a supplemental.
Honourable Speaker, the only contempt we're seeing now is for the workers in the province of British Columbia. It's clear the only risk to this project are political decisions that are going to be made by the government right now. The BC Utilities Commission has confirmed that Site C can actually be completed 1 year ahead of schedule if this government does not slow things down. Honourable Speaker, there's timelines in place that have to be met. The river needs to be diverted by next September. Work needs to be completed. Contracts have been out. People are working on site right now. This government is actually putting those jobs at risk. They're putting businesses at risk, and they're putting the future of this project at risk only for nothing more than political grandstanding that they're doing right now. Honourable Speaker, the Minister needs to stand up and be clear on this issue. There is too much uncertainty right now around this project that this government has created. Will she stand up, talk about the future of the province, the benefits of this project, and remind all of the workers at Site C that they'll be going to work tomorrow and they'll be going to work to finish this project 1 year ahead of schedule, continuing now?
Minister, Energy, Mines and Petroleum Resources.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. The only people that put anybody at risk when it comes to Site C is the BC Liberals, Honourable Speaker. When they refused to do due diligence, when they refused...
Members, the Minister has the floor.
Thank you very much.
Min-
It's your time.
Minister, proceed.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. It was the BC Liberals who put everybody at risk in British Columbia when they absolutely refused to have the BC Utilities Commission do the due diligence, do the independent review by experts that British Columbians deserve. The only people... We appreciate that people's lives are on hold right now, that they're wondering where their future is at, and that's why we're providing a timely review, because British Columbians, including the workers, have questions about this project. They deserve answers. The BC Utilities Commission is going to deliver on those answers.
Members. Members.
The BC Utilities Commission is going to deliver on those answers, Honourable Speaker. We're going to be taking that into consideration, something that the BC Liberals should have done years ago.
Minister, Peace River South on a second supplementary.
You know, through the review and the expert panel saying that this government slowing down the project is going to cost the taxpayers of British Columbia billions and billions of dollars if they don't finish off with the project, Honourable Speaker. The uncertainty that's actually being created right now for 2,600 workers needs to be addressed. In fact, the minister came up to the area. It was a nice flyover, I know. It's too bad she didn't actually stop and go onto site and talk to those 2,600 families, those people that are working on site, the contractors that are there. The minister should have actually stopped and talked to them. More importantly, she should have witnessed the actual project to see how great that project is proceeding and the work that's actually taking place, the hard work for families in British Columbia that's happening there right now. All the minister's done and all this government has done, Honourable Speaker, is bring uncertainty, not necessarily just to the project, but to the families and to the people working there. The minister needs to stand up, confirm for those people today that their jobs are secure, that they can go out and buy a house, that they can put food on the table for their families, and they'll be able to continue working at Site C until that project is complete.
Minister, Energy, Mines and Petroleum Resources.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. From day one, the BC Liberals, when they were in power, and to this day, clearly are the ones playing politics with Site C, Honourable Speaker. If they had any respect, for British Columbians, if they had any respect for how we actually do projects, hydro projects in this province, they would have allowed the BC Utilities Commission to review this when it was supposed to be done years ago, Honourable Speaker. They failed to do that. That was the wrong choice, and British Columbians are quite upset about that choice, Honourable Speaker, because they're the ones that have put everybody at risk as a result of their failure, as a result of their contempt for the BC Utilities Commission, Honourable Speaker. That is not how this government operates. We respect that independence. We respect British Columbians' desire for answers, and we're going to get that for them through the BC Utilities Commission, where those answers are supposed to be coming from.